Okay, so now that we've created the countertop, what we're going to be doing is looking at the dynamic edit. So this is kind of what the countertop looks like, if you will, once it has been completed. You'll notice it has some dimensions and everything. These are customizable, again, all underneath the settings over here. But next to this is where we're going to be making the majority of our changes when we use the countertop tool. So I'm going to hit the dynamic edit tool here, and then what I'm going to do is simply select the object that I wish to edit, and it will allow me to do that. So I can either click on its label on the inside here, or the object itself. So in this case, we'll say that this, is next to a range or something, and we need to take this and zero out the radius and bring in this overhang in this case. So you can do that by clicking on the actual object or its label, either way. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and hit 0 with it, and then hit OK. And then you end up with a zeroed out radius. Same thing, either label or object itself. And then we'll bring this down to, you could zero it out if you want, or you could do 0.25 if there was, a quarter-inch style on the corner there. Or you could bring it to, like I said, 0, and it will flush it up with the cabinetry there. Now the dimensions typically get pulled to the inside when this happens. Generally speaking, you can put any type of value on here, 0.125, something like that, an 1/8 inch overhang or something. Whatever it is you'd like in order to, get this the way that you need it. So these overall changes can be done if you needed to do, much larger overhang. Say, for example, I needed 6 inches over here. You can do that. I doubt you'd have this on the front, but if there was a situation like a bar seating area on the other end of this, then you could do that, where 12 inches, whatever it is. So we'll set this back to 1.5. And same thing for any of the edges. Now, for splashes, you can click on the splash itself here. You could change its oversize, which is how big it is, over the edges, if you will, or its height. Let's make this one 6 inch here. You see the splash has now moved to 6 inches. Or if you need to offset your wall, you can click on the label or the wall itself here. And negative will go in, so you could do negative, 1, and then it would go in 1 inch. Or you could do positive 1, and it would go out 1 inch. So I'll just do 1 so you can see. And you hit OK. Also underneath the wall, with the dynamic edit, you'll be able to eliminate the splash if you want. So you can tell it that there is no splash there. So if you wanted no splash here, you could do the same. And now you end up with no splashes. And we'll take this and we'll say this wall offset needs to be 1 as well. And it has been pushed out 1 inch all the way around.